Hello, my name is Danny and welcome to The Top Tier, the weekly podcast where we rank a different subject each week from the worst to the best. Joining me today are my two co-hosts. We have Tom.
Good evening.
And we have a special guest for you today. We have Matthew Hobbs.
Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening. And as always, if you have anything you want to tell us, you can email us. We're now at the top tier podcast at gmail.com. But as for now, what have we been getting up to this week, toppers? Ooh. Right, before we get into any emails, obviously we've got a guest on today, so I want to introduce you to Matthew Hobbs, the streamer, mental health extraordinaire, theatre owner. Tell us a bit about yourself, mate, and where'd you come from? Where'd you go?
Mate, you've literally described me in a nutshell, to be honest with you. Well, I say I'm from Cheshire. I'll just go with Cheshire because I was born in the Midlands and I'll just ignore that. But yeah, born in Cheshire, half-time gamer, part-time theatre school owner.
Yeah, I mean, what a mix of businesses to run. But you stream as well, right? So that's that's actually a business for you now as well.
Such a Swiss Army knife.
I'll use that. Thanks, mate. I'm wearing both me. This is my theatre school. This is my theatre school, and this is me brand. So I'm double branding today.
Double plugged. Visual plug.
So do you want to plug? Let's plug. Where do you stream? What do you stream under? What's the sort of stuff you do?
Well, the name is ProBaer, PROBHAER, and I stream on Kick between 3 and 5 times a week. Talk about mental health stuff, play some Warzone, sing a little bit occasionally. No, I've not done that in a while. And that's about it, really, mate. Very chilled, very relaxed.
And we actually, Hobbs is a good friend of mine. We met on Choir of Man, which me and Tom both do in the West End currently. So that's how we know Matt, and we're very, very excited to get Matt on the podcast today. And
yeah, I haven't had the pleasure of doing the show with Matt, but someday.
Yeah, that's true. Rehearsals, though. We did one rehearsal together.
Hey, yeah, we were in the room together for half a day.
It's a glorious day.
What a day. What a day to be alive.
What a treat.
I love that.
I'll read this email out from Nicola.
Yeah, go for it.
So she emailed in about the Fizzy Drinks episode last week. And when I first looked at the email, I was like, what's this? Because the subject line just says, top tier threesome with 2 exclamation marks.
I missed that episode.
Yeah, here we go then.
It's because it was the first time in the pod's history where 3 of us got the same thing in a tier.
I mean,
never happened before.
Oh, okay, right, yeah. I was gonna say, we said we wanted memorable emails, and that would be a definitely. Do you fancy a threesome?
Threesome. Right, but Nicholas says, I can almost forgive you. I can almost forgive your others. Oh, sorry, hang on. I can almost forgive your other awful choices for top tier drinks for having Coke in there. Can't believe Iron Brew didn't make it into the top. That is the best hangover cure, along with a Mars bar and a roll with square sausage and a potato scone, which is absolutely on the money. Have you ever had one of them?
Square sausage. Definitely Scottish, right?
Kieran knows what it is. I got a Scotsman in the room with me, and it's a Scottish thing. It's square sausage is just like
it is good, to be fair, but that is like the most Scottish email I've ever.
Iron Brew, Mars bar, and a square sausage roll.
Guess where she's from?
He's applauded. Yeah, guess where she's from. She says also, thanks for making my late night work session more bearable, Nick. So thank you for your email, Nicola.
That's what we want to do, isn't it?
Top tier breakfast choice that is for me.
And do you know what she's done there as well? I said, tell us where you're listening to the pod, and she's just done that. So she's given us an opinion, but she's not. Yeah, she's
geography
not,
through culinary stuff.
Yeah, just listening while she's at work, getting through the work shift. That's what we're here for. I've got one. I've got a lovely little email here.
Oh, go
on.
Well,
not an email actually, a review.
Dangerous.
And it's 5.
Is it my mum?
It's 5. It is your mum.
He's going red.
He's going red. I'm going red for him. It says, thank you, boys, for brightening my days while I toil away as a gardener. I'm a podcast newbie. She says, I have really enjoyed listening to your banter and jokes and hilariously interesting and sometimes frankly weird facts and opinions on toilet and top tiers and the rest. She says, my clients are getting concerned by the girlish giggles coming from their flower beds. She said,
At least it didn't have the same title as the first one.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, hey,
She says,
thank God.
and aside, I'm Tom's mubby. Mubby? She says, I'm Tom's mummy and I'm loving his little stories of the past and feel like I'm getting to know you all. I think you could call me a bit of a fan. Thanks for the giggles, belly laughs and smiles. Love
thanks,
that. Thanks, Mum.
She's given me a load of suggestions as well, but some of them are absolute cat meat. Sorry, Mum, but like
A few gardening ones, like best flowers and stuff like that.
no, it's all just like chili peppers and stuff like that, or okay, like different breeds of chili, like breeds. I did this with dogs as well, wasn't it? Or different types of chili peppers, whatever. But hey, big love to Big Tanya.
Talking of dogs, Matt, you've got one that made it into our top tier.
Oh,
Have you?
Yeah, your
Have you
breed.
got a golden?
yeah, golden retriever.
A golden bastard.
Yeah,
I love him.
massive. 27 kilograms
I
of nutter.
swear. Sorry if I get a bit foul mouthed.
She's a beaut. She's a beaut.
Right.
Right, let's get into the episode. I'm going to roll the intro, and then we can talk about why we're talking about this episode today. Here we go. Rolling it.
Hit it.
Go on, give us a dance, Hobbs. Lovely stuff. Right. Today, we're talking about a very interesting topic. What we normally do, Hobbs, is get the guest to sort of explain what it is without revealing it. So you have to give it a big sort of like what we call a meaty intro, explain things like what it's about, and then go, this is what it is and why you've picked it today. Because we like our guests to pick the episode.
Gotcha. So it's about the weird, wonderful, and potentially crazy things that might not or might happen in the world.
That's good. That is good.
Yeah.
It's why have I picked it? Or should I say what it is first, or why have I picked it then say it?
Why you picked it and then say
Okay,
it.
I picked this because when I was younger, like 21, 22, did a little touring job and I was really bored. And I just thought I'd look up a couple of things, and I went down a big rabbit hole.
A bit like,
And
like
that
a YouTube rabbit hole.
Yeah. Did YouTube exist back then? It must have done. It has to have done, because that's where I started. Yeah, YouTube, and then went down the rabbit hole, which was, should I say it?
Go for it.
Conspiracy theories.
Ooh, we're all going down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, come with me.
Join us today in the top tier with this rabbit hole of conspiracy theories. Yeah, we're talking all things conspiracy theories from the toilet tier all the way to the top tier. So I think we should kick it off. And as per usual, when we have a guest on, Hobbs, kick it off for the toilet tier.
All right, do you want both, or do you want one?
Both. All
right. First one, it's toilet tier, of course, is because it's so ridiculous. The royal family are actually reptilians.
No, that's true.
That's a real thing. It's a real believable thing that I have looked into. I no shame.
Are we talking specifically the royal family, or lizards?
Yeah, because I reckon Andrew Lloyd Webber's one as well.
Yeah, lizards exist, reptilians exist in the world, but specifically the royal family.
Okay, you are going specific, right? Yeah, fair.
The second one is one that, again, I don't discriminate between these conspiracy theories. I give more my attention, but flat Earth.
Wait, yes, I've got that in. I got it in as well.
In toilet.
It'd be mad because
me and Danny, mate. Me and Danny. Connections.
Flat Earth, mate. I mean, what? It's got to be a load of piss, that, ain't it? Like, come on.
Yeah, it's so funny.
It is funny. Did you watch the Flat Earth documentary on Netflix?
Where they proved it. wrong.
Yeah, the guy who tried to prove it right proved
He
himself
proved
wrong
himself
in
wrong.
the experiment.
Yeah.
And then he was like, "Well, I'm gonna have to take this away and have a look at it and see why it's actually wrong because it seems to me like this is saying that the Earth's round, but that can't be right."
They have some mad theories on why it's like that, innit? The Antarctica being the edge of the Earth and stuff, and
on the back of a turtle.
Yeah. It's like a video game,
Some of
innit?
the arguments for it is some of the funniest stuff. Like they say, how if it's flat, why don't airplanes just fly straight into space when they're flying straight and stuff like that? Or if a helicopter takes off and floats in the air for 20 minutes and then lands again, why does it land in the same place? Or if you put a stick on the ground, why doesn't it roll away? And stuff like that.
Now you mention it.
Oh wait, actually.
Yeah, no,
wait. Am I a flat earther now?
That one, I won't lie, that one's in my top tier because I think it's hilarious.
Because of how funny it is.
I thought because of stuff like that documentary where it just outs them all as not the most logical thinkers. Not to call them idiots, but
they actually are smart. They are smart people who look into it. They just get so fixated.
Come up a few times because there's some really smart people that get behind this kind of stuff, which shocks you.
Yeah.
There's also some very silly people.
You can say that like cults and like Scientology and all that sort of stuff. Like some very, very important, wealthy, knowledgeable people, but get so fixated on this like one thing that they're just like, I'm all in. So you could say
they're used as well as like a poster boy for it as well. Like I don't know, like it's the one that's always used, like Tom Cruise's Scientology, innit?
Yeah. You could say the same about like.
I think he was just kind of bought.
Yeah.
I've listened to a couple of podcasts actually recently with Scientologists in there, and it goes into depth, and it's crazy. Like really, really intelligent people. But yeah, Tom Cruise got on board, and then it spread out from there. But it's not as big as you think. There's around 30,000 active Scientologists at the moment. That's it.
That's
huge. To get new ones, aren't they? Like they're really bad for like cold calling people and stuff. Like if they data harvest massively. Like if you go on their website or anything or show any kind of interest, they won't leave you alone for the rest of their life. For the rest of your life.
Like, let's stop talking about it.
He's still fancy. Hearing about
Sorry.
Cut. Okay, so you've gone Flat Earth, which is in obviously, and then sorry, what was your one again?
Royal family are actually reptilians.
Royal family lizards. Yeah. Okay, I'll go next. So obviously, I put Flat Earth in there as well for the same reasons. This is where I put 9/11. All conspiracy theories around that. And the only reason I've put it in toilet tier is because it's so sad. So I was like,
higher though, isn't it?
It's an amazing. I don't know what a historic event. Mind blowing. But I just think so sad. I just put it in toilet tier. Get rid of it. I wish it never happened. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. There's like so much gravitas around it.
Yeah, I mean,
you got
like security wise, it changed the world, didn't it? But
as an event, or are you on about as a conspiracy theory? Like saying it was an inside job or
dying, essentially. Like I just think, I just wish it never happened. So I wish there was never conspiracy theories built around it. So yeah,
that's true.
Got you,
But you're saying
Tommy, we're giving away here.
No, but I'm saying you think it's a toilet tier conspiracy theory because it was such a bad event.
Maybe I'm talking about the event.
Loads of bad stuff. There's conspiracy theories about like the asteroid that hit Earth that killed all the dinosaurs. Killed way more dinosaurs than 9/11 killed people.
Yeah.
But so you're saying that the conspiracy theory is bad because the event's bad. We could all agree on that.
Are you saying dinosaurs are better than humans?
I think he is. I think that's exactly what he's saying.
Plastic dinosaurs, maybe. Previous episode.
Oh, leave that.
Okay, yeah, so that's mine. 9/11 and Flat Earth.
Flat Earth, of course. Well, I've got two different ones then. I've got one. Have you heard the one about people think that Avril Lavigne died and she's been replaced by a different woman?
Yes. Yeah. That's way higher for me. I think it's class.
I think Flat Earth. See, this is. Oh, we've got different rankings on it. We think of different things, but you put it higher. I've read that there's a whole Wikipedia page devoted to it, and because she's got a tattoo or something on her hand, and then there was
And it
like people think
disappeared
there
or
was
whatever.
a subliminal message in like a music video where she was like holding it in view or something, and it had her real name or something.
Yeah.
We'll chat more about it when we get to your placement of it, Danny. But that's mental, isn't it?
I think it's so funny though. Like,
Yeah.
because there's been a lot of sort of celebrities dying or like pretending to be dead to like live a different life or whatever. I just think hers is mental because she wasn't that big. Like a lot of them are like Tupac or like Paul McCartney, like huge Elvis Presley.
Right.
Like there's conspiracy theories about them dying, but just to like escape fame. But she was big, but she's not like Paul McCartney, Elvis Presley big. And it's such a big conspiracy theory that I just think it's hilarious. So
yeah, it's definitely a funnier one.
She's in mine.
And I've got a second one I found on Reddit, and it was an article saying that the right-wing media in America tried to frame the liberal left by saying, so there was a study that came out saying that pets in America, like all household pets, consume more like meat from livestock than the entire country of France. And then this right-wing media outlet tried to say that liberals wanted everyone to kill their pets. So because rearing livestock is like bad for the environment. So like mass farming is like bad for the environment. So they tried to say that liberals wanted everyone to have their pets put down, so no one they wouldn't eat any food.
So
or
is this
they
real or is it?
Yeah.
That actually happened, or is it a conspiracy? I'm confused.
No, it's a news. It's an article.
Oh,
that says
saying that, right? Yeah, I see what you mean. Right, okay.
Yeah.
So that's so specific.
I know, so specific.
Yeah, but it was just a little funny one. I kind of wanted to pop in somewhere.
Yeah,
I felt like it didn't really deserve to be any higher than toilets here. So, yeah, right-wing media says the left wants to kill everyone's pets in America.
Yeah, fair.
That is fantastic, to be fair.
Right, so we've got 9/11. Oh wait, have you done your other one? What was your other one? Avril Lavigne.
Although I've written it down as Avril Lavigne.
Kurt Cobain. So we've got Avril Lavigne, we've got 9/11, and Hobbs. What was your other one again?
Reptilians.
Royal Family Specific.
Yeah, Royal Family Specific.
Oh.
And why toilets here for that? Is it because you don't?
It's just so. See, I've kind of gone from a different angle from you guys. I think I've gone with what could be real, what could be believable.
Ah, right. Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
I've got a couple of things then I think we might agree on then, Hobbs.
Yeah.
Higher up. My higher up ones are definitely a bit more credible.
So the Royal Family.
Apart from Flat Earth, I put in top tier just because I think it's absolute gold.
So you don't agree that the Royal Family are lizards? Is that what you're saying?
No, mate. No.
Right, okay.
Oh, they are they?
I mean, to be fair, they are. So I'm going to change it. It's top tier, I think.
Top tiers. Change it now.
Not for me.
So, I can't put lizards down there. I think it's class.
I think pet culling should go in just because it's so.
What,
odd
your right-wing pet culling?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd be up for that. Would you be up for that, Hobbs?
Avril,
yeah.
I kind of get it's a little bit higher.
Yeah,
kind of
me
scattergunned it a little bit.
Yeah.
How do
I put that in shorthand?
I put pet culling.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Environmental pet culling.
Pet culling is in there. Okay, we've done it. Toilet tier. Done. Bash.
Gosh.
Go on, Tom. Low tier it is.
Low tier. Now, you might agree with this one because it's not flat Earth, it's hollow Earth. Have you heard of this?
I have heard this one, mate. Yeah, I guarantee I say yes to all of these because I'm really sad. But yeah, I have heard of it.
Everyone thinks there's like a subterranean environment, just like
what people living in.
Yeah?
Yeah, I have seen that.
Godzilla versus Kong.
No.
Yes.
Kong's family lives in that film.
Yes.
So then they go down in, and it's a weird film that because they go into the middle of the earth and it's like this like paradise, and King Kong like finds his axe and has to fight Robo Godzilla with a big axe. But hey, give it a watch and you'll understand more about Hollow Earth theory for sure.
Yeah, there's
But everything was like dinosaurs down there and everything. Like
I've seen videos of like cave entrances to Hollow Earth, like and people are going in and you see like someone go like that. It's just like that. I'm not into that.
Come on.
That's not real. No
You're
way.
scared.
No way. Yeah, I'm scared.
Scared.
Scared to
Scared
go
of the
in.
Hollow Earth. You're scared of the truth. Cheek. Hollow Earth's my first one in low tier, and then I put vaccine microchips.
Yeah, like the 4G stuff and that.
Yeah, 4G, Bill Gates tracking your blood or whatever.
I nearly went for that as well.
Yeah, that's a good one here because is that because it's not you don't believe it?
Yeah,
same.
Yeah,
that's mental.
I know there's a lot around vaccines in general, but specifically the microchips is nuts. Like, did you watch Borat 2?
Yeah,
I literally just watched it with Claire 3 days ago. Yeah.
Oh, have you seen like the follow-up one? So he goes and lives with those guys during the lockdown.
And he hits a saucepan on the wall, like trying to kill the COVID.
Yeah. They made like a follow-up special, like exposing all the things that they believe in, because they are like massive conspiracy theorists. These guys that he lived with during the pandemic, and they bring up all the things that they brought up to him to try and sell him on and stuff, and they like have a little content warning every time they're speaking, being like, "This is bullshit." it's all like the Clintons are pedophiles and whatever, which may be true, but who knows?
So it's like, the microchip thing for me was like just didn't seem right, did it? Like you just go like, "What are you on about?"
Didn't seem very on.
But to be fair, in like 50 years, I could see it being a thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
With Neuralink and stuff, mate.
Yeah, I was gonna say Elon Musk is doing it, trying to do it now,
Elon Musk thing. Yeah,
that's very close happening.
Yeah, he's like doing human trials and stuff, isn't he? It's mental, that.
Is he actually?
Yeah.
Would you do it?
I don't know. I'm very sort of forward on like AI learning and all that sort of stuff. Like, I think it's really interesting. So I don't know.
You know what, I think I'd do it, but I just don't think I'd do it for Elon.
Why? Class.
He's not.
What a guy.
He's a weird.
It's a risky topic, that one. It's a risky topic.
Legend, mate. Legend.
That's great.
Okay, so this is where I put Bigfoot.
Oh, I would even put Biggie in.
Biggie Smalls, just running in the wind. This is where I put Bigfoot. Yeah, I think it is interesting, but every single sighting of Bigfoot just looks like it's been shot on a potato, and like it's just a big figure running. Like
people want it too much, don't they?
Yeah, and I think there's better ones. I think there's better ones than that as well. So yeah.
Would you rather Bigfoot be real or the Loch Ness monster be real?
Well, you'll find out soon.
Oh, really? Which is better? What's Bigfoot supposed to be? Just a big bloke, big hairy bloke.
Snowman, a big hairy 9-foot like polar bear standing up. That's like more humanoid. Do you know what I mean? That's what they say. It's a humanoid creature that I've not heard if he's intelligent or not. But
why would he be scared of revealing himself if he was that big and scary? Like, I just don't get why.
Yeah, like you want Sam.
Maybe there was loads of him before, and they all got killed by
The good conspiracy theory was Bigfoot being on GTA if you spent enough time in the mountains.
He was still in the mountains for like 7 hours or something.
Yeah,
he
just walks past you. Yeah.
That's what I'm doing tonight then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was on San Andreas. I think. Grand Theft Auto, yeah. So Bigfoot's my first one, and then the second one for me is the moon landing being fake. Have you got that in as well?
Yeah.
I'm
mate. Psychic. That's it. Same.
Moon landing. There you go. What are your reasons for it, Hobbs?
Well, that it clearly isn't fake, or the reason it being in there.
Yeah, like what's your reason for putting it in there?
Because again, for me, it's just not believable. My mum actually really genuinely believes this. She's not a big conspiracy person, but she like entertains it when I talk about it.
Believes
She's
it's
like,
fake.
no, I just no, yeah, she believes it's fake. She's like, but here's all the evidence and stuff, and I have something that's irrefutable proof that it
it's
wasn't
real.
fake. Yeah. My friend studied astrophysics at university. Now, Dan, if you're listening, mate, I remember this story from about 8 years ago. As part of the experiments, he had to bounce a laser from the Earth to the a reflective material from the rover and back again, and they had to time how quick the laser was to measure the speed of light, I imagine. So it had to have a reflectable surface for it to come back, right? So he said it was from the rover itself that was on there. So I was like, okay. All right, I'm in. I believe you.
Definitely put that there.
Yeah, well, had to have done. Yeah, unless it was the aliens. I don't know.
Couldn't have like lobbed it up there from here, or not lobbed it,
Just
but like
chucked
put it on a. Put it on a metal.
Just get Thor, Bjornsson. Just get up there.
It could have been an automated. I suppose it could have been from a rocket, and it just drove out like by itself. But that's a good point. But yeah, my mum believes it, and I keep trying to prove to her. I'm like, Mum, you know I'm a nut, but this one for me.
I say I'm on the fence.
Buzz Aldrin's always decking people about it, isn't he? I've seen him punching people.
Yeah. Buzz, yeah. Oh,
him why?
Yeah,
he's
Buzz.
Such
Buzz
a fake and a liar, or for Frozen.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Buzz is always doing that though. Like he just kicks off.
Buzz is always decking people.
Like Conor McGregor, isn't he?
Always kicking off.
Do you see him on what was it? CNN saying he was talking about. He was talking about the people, the faces on Mars and the structures on the moon. He's like, people are going to see that and they're going to go, who put that there? And everyone's like, what? What, Buzz? You what? What we just come out with there? Just like, and then just coating over it like, oh, thanks for coming on. All the best.
Buzz.
He's getting to that age, isn't he?
Yeah.
Maybe don't have him on the sofa.
We'll get him on the pod. Get him on the pod.
Get Buzz on the pod. Yeah, if anybody knows, get in touch.
Yeah, email us if you know Buzz Aldrin. So yeah, moon landing and Bigfoot for me. Who's next?
Oh, it's me. Of course, it's me, innit? So yeah, moon landing was my other one because same reasons. Mine's going on the whole celebrity still alive status. Michael Jackson is still alive.
Yeah, this is so interesting. This is
he didn't go into the back of the ambulance, and it was like a body double that went in.
Yeah, and
then he escaped out the back. I remember seeing a rough video when I was like a lot younger about it, but that's all I've got for it. Hence why it's in the low tier, because I'm thinking I haven't seen enough evidence to prove that's right.
Have you not seen the video of the guy that's like?
It's
got no.
He was on this morning, wasn't he?
It looks a little bit like a burn victim.
He was on this morning.
Yeah, I think
claiming to be him.
Yeah, his voice was identical. It was scary as anything. I forgot about that.
I don't think he's like even claiming to be him. He's claiming to be like somebody else, but like
who knew him.
Yeah, and it just sounds and looks like him if he didn't have any hair and makeup on. If you know what I mean, it's weird. And then like there's a video of his son, I think, as well, like. Or his son's friend, like claiming that he's alive, and just that's mental. Yeah. I'd look into that one if I was you.
You want this higher up, don't you? You don't want it in the low tier.
Big MJ fan, so it's like that's an interesting one for me. Yeah.
All right.
There it for me, boys.
How did he? It was a supposed like overdose. It was someone else's fault. Yeah. Wasn't the doctor giving too many?
Doctor gave him wrong meds.
Wrong meds, wasn't it?
Caning them, wasn't he? Like apparently, like. Again, like don't really know, but like he was just
a lot going on with that guy.
Yeah, definitely.
Just a bit.
Right, so we've got moon landing in there. There's some good ones in here. I'm very keen to put Bigfoot in.
Is it right? Do I reveal that he may or may not appear in my tier at some point? Would that help the decision?
Yeah, probably would.
So he appears for me at a later date.
I like the MJ one, but I think it's actually for me personally, it's quite high.
So vaccine microchip sounds right in the pocket.
Yeah, because that's the one we've all agreed is not.
Yeah,
is
it's
not
a bit
believable.
Dead,
yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, all right, then it's in. Microchips. Like McCain oven microchips.
And then what? McCain. What other ones have we had? Oh no, you've had moon landing, haven't you?
Moon landing's in, so that's done now, mate.
Psychic moment.
My mid tier.
We're flying here.
Yeah.
All right, mid tier it is.
Neil.
Who's is it Tom to go first here?
I can go first because one of mine was a moon landing for mid tier.
Ah,
so I'm a bit
okay.
feeling about that.
Yeah.
And the other one, bit of a curveball, bit of a swerver. Do you remember the 2002 World Cup final? Football, this is.
Yeah.
When Ronaldo, R9, was like the best player in the world, and then he was left out the squad for the final because he'd had like a medical incident. I think it was widely reported that he had a seizure, and but then it gets to kick off and he's like out with the teams. He's coming out, he's singing the anthem and stuff, but he looks like just absolutely vacant. There's a conspiracy theory that Nike put loads and loads of pressure on the Brazilian national team because he was their like poster boy for the whole World Cup. He was like the best player in the world. He's cracking open a cold one.
Oh, damn, I couldn't see it.
I was underneath.
Nike put loads of pressure on to play him because they wanted him to wear their boots, be seen like
the final
four in the final.
I believe it. I believe that.
And he had an awful game as well. He just wasn't there at all.
Did he play? Yeah, I don't remember.
Played,
that. Yeah.
And he had an injury-stricken career, like as a player. He struggled loads with his knees, but apparently he had a seizure in the hotel. I think the morning of the game.
Imagine being made to play if that's true. Yeah, that's a mad theory. Wow.
Yeah. I put it in here because I thought there's not too like, you get your odd sporting conspiracies, don't you? Like, but they're more like, what's the right word for it? Like, the American football one, Inflategate, where the Patriots were like Inflategate, where they were like making the balls a little bit softer so Tom Brady could throw them further.
Oh yeah, and there's the same with the cricket in it, where they start like scratching the ball.
Oh,
so
the Aussies are awful. What was it? Steve Smith, and tape on the ball and all that.
Yeah,
classic. But yeah, I've just got Ronaldo final seizure.
Yeah, good one like that. What's your other one?
Moon landing.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah. Hobbs?
Well, I've got Bigfoot for my mid tier.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm like, it was a mixture for me because I don't believe it, but it's very entertaining. So it's kind of like a mixture, and it's like longevity. It's stuck around for a while. No one's gone, okay, enough's enough now. Clearly, it's not real.
Yeah,
it's become like a little thing.
Yeah.
The other one is JFK was an inside job.
Yeah, I knew that was going to come up. I've not put it in my tier, but yeah, I knew that's a big one, isn't it? It's a big,
that's a massive one.
It's the big daddy. That
a biggie.
Do you believe it?
I believe it could be real. That's why it's in my mid.
Yeah,
I believe it's
the grassy knoll, isn't it?
Excuse me?
Oh, that's all I know about it. Apparently, the grassy knoll's a big part of it. Like the angle.
That is you just trying to sound intelligent, then. Yeah, grassy knoll, that, innit? Yeah.
When he was driving in the car where he got shot, there's like
Oh, I see.
Grassy bit over there.
Yeah, grassy knoll.
One
that
side and his head blows up, but it's all.
Some
about
would say grassy knoll.
Yeah.
No, some would say that.
Some would say grassy knoll.
To be fair, I've said that I might believe it. I don't really know like a huge amount about it. I just know how over the years different things that have happened have come true. How corrupt the US government have been at times, which is crazy. So I'm like, of course it could happen. Like, of course. And here's the link into me, which is you're going to hear about a bit about my weirdness now. So he was very much into the whole alien life stuff. And there was rumors that he was going to release the documents as president. And he spoke to Marilyn Monroe about it. And they were both going to go public about it. And then who's going to stop the president getting that information out?
Oh, she involved.
Well, they were having a thing, weren't they?
She loves it life.
Oh,
they were having a little thingy thing, weren't they?
And he told her all about the aliens.
Well, yeah, apparently, and she was like, "You can't keep this behind closed doors. Let's let it out." And she's like, "Well, if you don't, I will." So that was going to happen. Then, bosh, brain everywhere.
Oh God.
That's why I think it's believable because it's something like potentially
Get rid. See you later.
involved.
So
Yeah,
the
get
people
rid.
think they killed Marilyn Monroe as well. How did she die?
Don't know.
She died
Yeah.
quite young, didn't she?
Is my camera playing up, by the way?
No, you're good.
All right, great. But yeah, I don't know actually. Not
For
sure.
someone so famous, I don't actually know too much about her.
No, I don't.
Yeah. Loads of films about her.
Yeah, loads. Yeah, okay, good one. What else?
Bigfoot was the other one.
Bigfoot, yeah. Bigfoot is, I think, is a shoe-in. Shoe-in here. So
I agree.
Struggle.
for me, shoe-in, Bigfoot. Lovely. I've put Avril Lavigne dead here.
Ah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I just think it's so funny that it's Avril Lavigne out of everybody that's famous.
That's why it's in.
It's brilliant. And this is where I've put Antarctica on Google Maps. So the similar sort of like to flat Earth theories and stuff like that. Is like I've seen loads of theories on like TikTok and stuff of like people going into Google Maps and trying to get past Antarctica, but they like Google Maps have blurred out a lot of Antarctica, so you can't see what's there.
Can I answer this?
Yeah, go for it.
So there's a big conspiracy that there are bases there. There are military bases there, and hence why Joe Biden, was it Joe Biden? I can't remember what president, maybe Clinton, went there randomly, just out of nowhere, like a few days before a meeting, and he went there. And I don't know the specific details, but there's some really, really crazy conspiracy theories, which of course I looked at, where this guy describes being on the basis
like Area 51 stuff.
Oh, just you wait. Just you wait, Tom. Just you wait.
But no, I think this is one that's kind of believable for me. From seeing stuff. So it's
What is it you're saying?
There may be bases or like there's loads of stuff on like other like civilizations that are living there, and like you go past like the same thing for flat Earth. You can go past Antarctica to another region of the Earth.
As in like under it, or
on like in the middle, I'd say, of like Antarctica. It's quite interesting, but
the bullseye.
Yeah, almost.
The poles.
Yeah. They like harbour they're just like a ring of something else. Yeah.
Right, I'm definitely googling that later.
What do you want to be there more than anything?
Aliens.
The truth. The truth
behind it all. What a cop out.
Brilliant. So yeah, I've done Avril Lavigne dead. Bit of two different things. Avril Lavigne's dead, and then
a couple of reappearances here.
Antarctica theories.
So we've got Ronaldo, Bigfoot, Antarctica.
Walked into a bar.
Such a clear image in my head right now. It's like a Rick and Morty episode, that is. Oh god.
Oh, that is funny. Go on, big. I used to proper fancy Avril Lavigne when I was a teenager.
I think you say Ronaldo. That's changed.
Big R9 with that thing.
Yeah,
forehead,
that hair, mate. That hair did it for you.
Oh, brilliant. Oh yeah. So yeah, we've got Ronaldo, Avril, Antarctica. What else? What are we missing? Bigfoot.
JFK, did he say?
And JFK, yeah. Bigfoot.
Oh, JFK, yeah. I haven't got JFK in above here, so I wouldn't be opposed to putting him in here alongside Ronaldo. I reckon I
don't think Ronaldo deserves to be in there. It's good, but it's not that good. It's not that good. There's no way Ronaldo's going in. What? Come on, Hobbs, back me up here, mate.
It's very specific.
He just wants a point here. Don't do us dirty like that. It's gotta be Antarctica for me.
I do you know what? I'm inclined to agree.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm happy with Antarctica and your mate JFK.
Yeah.
What's his real name? John
F. Kennedy.
John, yeah. Big John.
Don't know what the S stands for. Francis, maybe?
Yeah, I don't know actually.
I'm guessing.
Frank? I don't know.
Doesn't look like no, I can't see Frank.
I can't see Frank.
Can't see it.
Can't see it.
Can't see it. Okay.
Phil?
High tier. This is where we get very interesting.
I'm excited.
We get very interesting. Right, I'm going to go first because we've kind of dipped on this before. This is where I've put Nessie.
Big girl.
Big
girl.
Big girl.
Now, is this good? It's believable.
No, I don't think it is that believable. I think it could have been maybe hundreds of years ago, like more than that, thousands of years ago. It's definitely
This is one
based.
where a lot of legwork's gone in, though, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Like, people have gone in
They've
to
put the
that
effort
to Loch
in.
Ness
Yeah.
and
Dived
you know,
down, looked
scanned it.
into it. But I
Yeah.
think it could have been folklore that has just like stayed. And I think that's quite nice, and it's something for. I've been to the. I did what's called the NC 500, where it's like you go around the outskirts of all of Scotland. So we went and visited where the loch that Nessie's. Yeah, and it's beautiful. So I just fell in love with I can see why people fall in love with that one.
Mm.
So there's a little island in the middle, and they got kangaroos.
Yeah, but there
In Scotland?
there is an island.
little
I
island.
didn't see a kangaroo.
There's an island in the middle of Loch Ness, and they got kangaroos on. My friend told me that.
What?
I didn't see one, but yeah.
It's like a little farm. You know, and you can
Conspiracy
go.
theory.
There might be a plastic dinosaur there, Danny. You can
Yeah.
you go and
Well, we
hold your hand out with some pellets on, and they'll nibble on him.
oh, lovely. They surely don't survive in that weather.
Well, maybe they don't like the heat. They just
Island
have,
kangaroos.
have
You get Highland
killed
cows.
it.
Yeah, maybe.
Island roos.
Add into Loch Ness. I don't believe it, by the way, but I did hear the other day they found a shark which is over 200 years old. So there's no reason why the Nelly couldn't be alive
Yeah.
No,
and just
Nelly.
surviving.
Or the
Nelly.
rapper.
Nelly, yeah.
Nelly and Kelly.
That's actually in my top tier, that Nelly.
Yeah, so I just think it's just a nice one, and that's why I put it in high tier. And my other one is giants that existed and roamed around with us like not that long ago. And
Love it.
yeah, you could be descendant from one of them, Tom.
Yeah.
Grandpappy.
Grandpappy.
There is, I said that, again, this is a big YouTube and TikTok one that I've been following for a bit, but there's hundreds and hundreds of buildings that they call that happens. One is like something called like the flood something, and a lot of buildings, even in London, have windows that you can only see half the window. And it's because of this like mass flood apparently that happened and wiped all these giants out. But they were built specifically for that reason. That's why they got rid of them. So that's the first theory. But a lot of like big churches and medieval buildings and old structures have doors that are like 15 foot high and that have, where the locks are on them and not in a normal human lock position, and I just think it's so fascinating. So that's I'm
Diggins.
I kind of believe it, which is I'm not normally a conspiracy theorist person, but looking into that, it's quite interesting.
I'm surprised how normal I've come across so far with these conspiracy theories. I've not come across like a nut yet. I'm waiting for it, but
yeah.
Yours will. They've all been quite familiar, haven't they? I don't know if you're going to skyrocket in a minute.
Yeah, it just blows us out.
You're going to take it right to the limit.
Ooh.
So Giants, mate, for me, is a big one.
Giants. I haven't heard of that one.
Oh, there's this one guy and on TikTok, and he's like, "Oh my God, look what I found!" And then he just like
TikTok's
shows this.
rife with it, isn't it?
Brilliant for it, isn't it? But shows this like picture of this big door, and then he goes like, "Definitely Giants."
My mate Lewis is big on the giant, like the deep sea creatures.
Oh yeah.
There's just like insanely massive monstrosities down there. Sends me horrible TikToks of it.
Isn't it? We've only discovered like 20% of the ocean or something like that.
I think it's less than that, mate.
It might be even less.
Yeah, about your brain as well. So how are we going to discover the ocean if we don't even know what's going on in our brain? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Is it? We only use about like 10% of our brain capacity or something like that. I think that's mad. Ooh, love this.
It's in that film where Scarlett Johansson learns to use all of it and she can like turn into water.
Yeah, Lucy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I watched it with
Like eats
I
Morgan
can talk
Freeman.
this all the time. I watched it with Claire literally a couple of weeks ago. Apparently, we watch films every night. That's just what we do. Yeah, Lucy's a great film.
Yeah, it is good. I've seen that one as well. Yeah. Yeah. So that's me.
Is that a lie?
No, I have seen that.
Oh, I thought you were lying.
No,
You sounded like me with the grassy knoll then.
Grassy Knolls. That. Yeah.
You're like, yeah, it's a great film. I've seen it as well.
Yeah,
I've seen
big
it.
fan. Rated it 5 stars. Loch Ness and Giants in the high tier for me. Who's next?
Do you want to go, Hobbs? I feel like I went.
Sure. So, as I said, most of my order is in terms of what I believe and what I think is believable.
Here we
So
go.
I'll go with the slightly normal one because it was an event. Roswell.
Yeah.
No, that's the normal little aliens.
We're on to aliens.
That's the
Classic
first
aliens.
First
the
sign
first
of aliens.
taster into aliens.
Yeah.
There was the first crash that was in Roswell, New Mexico, in the late 40s, off the top of my head.
Yeah.
And originally, the newspaper article said flying saucer crashed. Photos of military guys holding up like metal they'd never touched before that was like malleable and weird stuff. Next day, they were like, "Oh, it's all a hoax. There wasn't actually anything like that," and everyone changed their story. So it was a water balloon, not a water balloon, an air balloon, hot air balloon, and that's all it was from then on. Everything just went from there. Like the day after, they all reported on it. So for me, it's that was our first taste of alien life and discovering what's happened and what other civilizations and stuff.
So first mass hysteria about it, wasn't it? Like mass reporting of aliens. Roswell's a biggie. Yeah, I don't know if it's too niche of a thing to put in, but
It's not niche as well.
I know it's so famous, but it's one incident that involves a big. I don't know.
It's the OG.
Scope. Yeah,
it's
I
the
suppose.
first one
It's OG.
where like the mass media was a thing, so it got out everywhere.
I can't. My head keeps going to Ant and Dec doing that film about aliens.
Alien Autopsy.
Yeah, I've not seen it.
Oh, I've not seen it either.
I kept thinking of Paul. You know,
yeah. Another good one.
Yeah.
Simon Pegg. Yeah.
Yeah.
It might be because they had that alien body recently on the news. That might be what you think of when you want Alien Autopsy.
Mate, aliens.
That was mental, wasn't it?
Aliens at the moment.
So they just they fully put it on the news. Like they didn't.
In Mexico,
but they killed
right?
Marilyn Monroe and JFK for less, and Mexico put it on the news.
Well, we're ready now. Apparently, we're ready to know.
Yeah.
Apparently, big reveal.
Yeah.
It's fascinating, mate. It's fascinating.
And my next one is I think the most out there is. Well, nearly, kind of.
Come on.
The Mandela effect, and specifically, what like it being conspiracy, i.e., parallel universes. So does everyone know what the Mandela effect is?
It's where you see something that you believe was there once,
so
right?
I can give you an example. In the film, in Star Wars, everyone thinks he goes, "Luke, I'm your father," right? He doesn't. He says, "No, I am your father." So if you look back at the film now, you'll hear, "Oh, he said, no, I am your father." Now, the conspiracy theory behind this, because that's a real phenomenon, the Mandela effect, that people think of the things. The conspiracy theory behind it is that actually we're continuously moving to parallel universes. And those things existed originally in the universe you were in, but we split timelines and we've gone to different universes. And that's why tiny little things are appearing that are inconsistencies with our group collective memory.
Yeah, that's class.
That's my,
well into that.
Oh. So you're shifting into a different reality.
It's very close to it. So it's like two paths of what, like a version of ourselves, right, will go off to another path. Like, that's class, that.
Well, they say that infinite universes. Yeah, exactly. Infinite universes, and that's from like high up scientists who are saying that it's a high chance there's infinite universes and infinite. So why wouldn't it be a thing?
Another good one is the Monopoly man, innit, with a monocle.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
because we think he's.
Yeah.
That's proof that we're living in
proof,
a different
mate.
reality.
There you go. It's proof.
I'm a believer.
Pay my money. Prove it.
Lock me away. I'm a believer. Okay, yeah. Yeah, good
That might do. Roswell and Mandela effect.
Yeah.
Specifically parallel universes.
Tom.
I've got one heavy hitter in here. And my heavy hitter is the death of Jeffrey Epstein.
Ooh.
For what reason?
Specifically saying that he didn't kill himself.
And somebody killed him.
Yeah. Because he was like in with the world's elite. He had this private eye. Everyone knows the bad stuff he did, but basically he had dirt on everyone. And he was a day away from testifying, I think. And he was on suicide watch. He had people making sure that like he was gonna be there the next day to dish it all out. And he was found dead in his cell. And it was literally someone's job to keep an eye on him.
Yeah.
Make sure that didn't happen. And he had like records of every. And then there were other people that turned up, haven't done the same thing. Like a couple of days later, there was like his personal banker, like people from his inner circle just started disappearing, and it just looked like people, you know, bashing it on the head, you know, making sure things didn't get out. So I think the world would be a very different place, you know, maybe if everything he had to say actually did come to light.
Yeah, no, I agree.
There's a weird link to that. He's crazy. A crazy guy called Alex Jones. You know who that is?
Turn the frogs gay.
Yes, that is an amazing impression, by the way. But the only thing that I've ever thought that he said was like, wow, actually, you know what? Is he reported on the island before it even happened, before it's anywhere in the news ever? He was saying about this, and everyone's like, shut up, Alex. Like, he's like,
Really?
he's like, no, like, clearly they don't. But then, yeah, and then it all came out. So I was like, maybe Alex Jones has got something. I can't remember saying this, but has got some information.
I did see something else of him the other day. He was on Joe Rogan and he said something like semi-credible, and it's like maybe he has like a 0.005% hit rate.
That's all he needs. That's all he needs. Like
Everybody gets one.
Blows it wide open.
Yeah, fair
I'm gonna buy a T-shirt.
So yeah, that is a big hitter. Yeah. Oh god, that's
and then
weird,
so there's that, and the other one I've got is this theory about the dead internet. So people just basically don't think the internet's real. It's all procedurally generated and faked, and we're all like viewers of it and not participating in it, kind of thing.
I've not heard this one.
No.
Yeah, no, dead internet.
So how I don't understand though. So how do we go on the internet?
People
if
just think
real?
it's entirely populated by bots. So anyone that you're not directly familiar with,
what,
or could be. People just think it's all procedurally generated, like it's all just fake. Like anything you want to find will be found because it knows you're looking for it.
What about messages, though?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like apps, social media, and
but
stuff
like
that.
if the message goes to my wife, she sees I've sent it, she receives what I've written, and she replies back with her personalized message.
Yeah, it's because you know it, like, but you know. But people who have written articles or something that you've never heard of, or
I see, like the websites
rest
and stuff.
Of the internet that isn't Facebook Messenger, you know.
Wow, that's deep.
Nah, I'm not into that at all.
That's deep. That is.
Nah, don't believe you.
I mean, conspiracy that asserts the internet now consists almost entirely of bot activity that's manipulated by algorithm curation, marginalizing organic human activity.
Yeah, but surely that's
more involved with that.
Nah.
So it's all for like corporations to mold the internet how they wanted to, like reflect positive data for them and stuff.
I can believe that.
Well, yeah, sure, yeah. I mean, that probably does happen, but that happens on social media anyway. Of like when you see something that you like want that you've been talking about, it's because we accept that. So I don't know if I really believe that everything is controlled by that, or we wouldn't have social media. I'm not into that one.
Yeah, bots are rife on social media, though.
What,
you know
bots?
I mean?
Yeah, but so are humans.
But how do you know, like, a human that you don't know and all their followers and everyone they're following aren't just really good
not all.
bots?
I'm not saying all, but there are real people on social media. Like
it can't exclusively be.
Yeah, it's not.
Oh no, it's not exclusively.
It's not us three and all.
We'll get a go.
Like,
everyone can buy a ticket.
Yeah,
you know?
But I do agree. There probably are bots pretending to be humans on there, trying to like rob you of your money and that.
They've got those you know, like the extremist Christian Facebook groups and stuff that are actually entirely populated by Russian propaganda. Like that's a
Right.
thing. That's a
Yeah.
real thing. Like I think they say like 7 out of 8 of the highest extremist Christian ones are actually just populated by Russian propaganda, which is crazy.
The mega churches.
Yeah. Only the social media, by the way, not the actual base
Right.
themselves, but the social media pages.
Interesting.
Yeah, so them are two: dead internet and Epstein.
Yeah, heavy hitters. Them heavy hitters.
Big heavy hitters.
I've gone for Loch Ness and giants, and then Hobbs, you went for
Roswell and Mandela effect.
ooh, big.
Got to be a Rozzy. Got to be a Rozzy for Nate.
Big. I like both of yours though, Hobbs. Mandela effect is like, that's cool, innit?
Are you allowed to get 2 in?
Yeah.
Is that just parallel universes in on a whole? Because I do quite like that. I kind of hope it's real, just because I've got an out. You know what I mean?
I
Just
can't say.
move universes.
Yeah.
I'm not happy. I'm moving.
Yeah.
In another parallel universe, it'll be a different decision to what we're about to make. That's weird.
Oh my god! Imagine the amount
Different
of top
tier.
tiers. Well, we could probably calculate the amount of
Bash.
parallel universes we've made just by choosing what goes in what tier.
If you had the choice though, like, you think if you had the choice of going like, oh, I'm gonna go to a different universe, but I don't know the outcome, would you take it?
No.
No, I don't think I would.
How exciting!
Oh, I know it.
So
How
we might all be
vastly
like,
could it be that? You're saying it could be anything? Like,
No, it's-
infinite possibilities.
No, I think it's based off the Mandela effect, which we're gonna put in. Is like it's quite similar in it, but it's just small changes that like affect the world or whatever.
But that could be from all time. So it could have been literally from 5 billion years ago, the Mandela effect when started when the universe, which is 13 billion years ago. So that starts when the universe starts. So all the small choices from like Neanderthals begin from there.
But I suppose
so like if they didn't make fire.
If we went from now though to then we'd meet in the middle surely, like, and go bump into a different one. So it'd go from it kind of go in parallel in it, and then we'd meet and then go bang. So it'd still be quite similar. So it might just be a small change that just makes you become a lawyer or something like that.
Maybe.
Yeah. So I'm up for that. Let's get that one in. And then I do like.
Class.
So I like Epstein. Roswell, right? But I've also put aliens higher.
That's too broad. I think there needs to be a middle ground there.
I've gone specific.
Roswell's very specific.
Have you?
I think aliens is too broad because that's just a concept. That's not a conspiracy, is it?
You're a concept.
We're all concepts.
Well, I'll see how you've put it, Danny. Or I'll assess how
we'll
you've
talk.
Put it in a minute.
Yeah, we'll talk. Yeah.
We'll chat on a later date. But
so then I don't know. Giants for me is so interesting.
I'd go for the island. I think. Sorry, not the island. The death. Yeah, that'll be my choice.
Because of how like just mad it is.
Think
it's
about
like a
all
Netflix
the
doc
dirt
in
he
it.
has on the world's elite, though. Like the amount of people that were in his visitors book or whatever it was.
Over Giant and Nessie as well. Epstein over
Nessie.
Nessie.
Mate. They're very cutesy. Listen, but we're in the
we're in the real world
now. Yeah, we're in the sledgehammer zone now.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? We're smashing it wide open.
Okay, it's in. Epstein. Wow. Big choices. All right. If you've stayed with us this far, you've reached the top tier. The biggest tier.
Oh, long way down.
Yeah, you've reached this high. You get a nosebleed from up here. Over to the top tier. Hobbs, kick us off, mate.
I'm excited. Okay, first one. Area 51.
Yeah.
And Bob Lazar. Now that's the specific part of it. Bob Lazar.
Who's Bob Lazar?
Oh, he's the guy who worked at Area 51, because Area 51 is an actual place. That's not a conspiracy theory.
I thought it was. Does he use a different name now? I thought it was called Snowden or something.
Oh, Edward Snowden. No, he was the guy who worked for NSA in America, who released all those files. But yeah, he was going to be in my list actually, but it was fact. It wasn't. Oh, okay. No
spring.
Yeah.
Oh no, we didn't hear it.
I flicked my spring really hard, and it sounded like it was like a gong or something.
It's the aliens that did it to you.
Top tier, yeah.
So yeah, Area 51 in general, but Bob Lazar worked there, and he there's a whole Netflix documentary on him anyway, and he describes these things in the 80s about how he worked there, what they work on specifically, that they have recovered craft, and how they use anti-gravitational devices and stuff. And he goes into great detail about this. And the thing that sold it for me, because obviously it could be just making it up, is, I know, get back a little bit. Everyone denied that he worked there. They were like, no, there's no record of it. And he was like, I have a newspaper with me in saying I work at not Nellis Air Force Base, Los Alamos, I think it was. Anyway, the place where he trained at, because they all said, no, he doesn't. And he was like, here's a newspaper article where I do.
Yeah.
And the big thing was, we used to go in and use bone scanners to measure the length of our bones to, like, say, it's like an early fingerprint thing before fingerprints were a thing. And everyone's like, yeah, whatever. They found a photo of the bone scanners that they used. The old security guard that worked there took a photo of it, and he came forward in the Netflix documentary and was like, here you go, here's the things we were talking about. And Bob Lazar was like, oh my gosh, I didn't think that existed as a photo of it. But yeah, that's my number one.
Ooh,
what name?
Go on, Bobby.
Go on, Bobby, lads. Yeah, it's a great name, isn't it? And the second one is on the kind of same vibe as parallel universes, but simulation theory.
What? We live in the Matrix.
We live in the Matrix, yeah.
Yeah.
The simulation theory. And specifically, the Higgs boson particle experiment in 2012. So they say that they found the particle, but what actually happened was that, oh, bless you. We discovered the particle, but in doing so, destroyed the universe, and we split off into a different universe, and now this is just a simulation.
Oh,
this is an AI simulation.
What was the Higgs? Was that the Hadron Collider?
Yeah.
The
Hadron, the collider that they built, and they said it might destroy the universe, it might not. There's a theory that it has, and we're all in a simulation theory now. This is just an AI construct.
I can believe that anyway, especially like the advancement of our technology at the rate it's going. Like, why has someone else not been able to do that before us? You know what I mean? Like, because your whole like, oh, where did we come from? God and Christianity and all that stuff. I just think it's quite believable in my like, and I'm not.
I hate how much it's referenced by incels, though. Do you know what I mean?
What do you mean?
Like Andrew Tate and stuff. Like,
right. But I'm not arsed, even if we are
brainwashing people to think that you know the powers that be are controlling us, and we're in this matrix, and this is how you can escape out of it by accident.
Yeah. What does it matter? I don't care.
Don't care.
Don't care.
Like, even if we are, like,
I think it's been weaponized.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. I just think, like, just get on with your day. Like, go and touch some grass. You know what I mean?
You're saying that to the sweaty gamer in a room. You're saying touch grass.
Big vinegar out over here. It'll destroy the grass.
It's not going to change anything, though, is it? Like, it doesn't. I don't know. Just,
what are you on about?
Even if it was true, do you know what I mean? If someone went to me now, you're in a simulation, I'd be like, all right, sound.
Oh yeah, I'd happily pop this on for the rest of my days. Oh, it's my VR headset. It's all coiled up.
Right, cool.
You know, I'd ready play it. I'd ready play on it for the rest of the time. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Well, yeah. I'm just like, that's fine. It's not going to change my life. So. If it is real, the best one I've seen is like where we're in
land in the metaverse,
like a 4D sphere almost of like chakra lines and stuff. But that's a different podcast.
What are you on about?
I'll send it you after the podcast. It's quite interesting of like how we exist and like why we exist, and it all goes down to data and. Yeah, it's very
data and that.
Yeah, big data thing.
I can definitely say, hands on heart, and I probably should have done this disclaimer at the start. I'm nowhere near intelligent enough to speak about this stuff with any, amount of substance.
Legitimate. Yeah, I mean, it is the top tier podcast, and we're probably chatting.
We're having a
lots of bullshit.
We're not. None of the big brains are listening. None of the big wigs.
Yeah. Okay. So, what have we got? So we got Bob Lazar.
So Area 51 Bob Lazar simulation theory.
Simulation theory. It's even said quite intelligent.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you kind of poo-pooed on my top tier, Tom, because I've gone aliens existing.
I reckon ours are related then.
I think that's not a conspiracy theory. I think that's more plausible than
Maybe not
anything
now.
else.
Maybe not now, but the conspiracy theory has lasted over. So I'd say till about 2010. Now it's becoming more probable if you're in the news and in what we've seen recently. But like that's always been a conspiracy theory. Like, and you have all the people in the VWs going around to Area 51 and trying to figure out if it's real. And
conspiracy theory would be there's aliens here already. But just believing that aliens... Are you saying aliens exist on Earth or aliens exist?
Well, probably full stop, but also here, yeah. We wouldn't... Yeah. I do think they are here.
You think they're here?
Yeah.
Got him. Live. Oh, you too?
Confession.
I don't mean like walking among us. I mean like dead bodies that have come from craft. I don't mean like they're chilling out having a Starbucks.
From craft. Is that proper lingo?
But I also think...
I'm fully in, mate. I'm fully in.
There's also a theory of us being aliens. Like we were like not as human, but our DNA was sent.
Yeah, I swear our DNA
crashed into Earth.
A rock.
Yeah. So technically we are as well. So yeah, it's got to be, hasn't it? Like, come on, it's massive.
It's those people who don't believe it though. Those people don't believe it that there not like exist anywhere in the universe. Loads of people still go no.
Yeah. I can understand that as well. But yeah, I do. And then my second one, you've kind of briefly touched on, Hobbs. Lizards.
Lizard people.
Aliens and lizards.
Come on.
Go on, the lizard. Go on, Prince Charles the lizard.
You've some two big sweeping... Like me and Hobbs have picked things off the shelf here. And you've gone with your whole arm and got a big bin bag open and put it all in.
Big lizard just going along like that. I think it's class. And I just love the like Scousers talking about lizards. Mate, it's a big thing, I'm telling you.
What are you going to do after this podcast? You type on TikTok, Scousers, reptilians.
Is a specific Scouser you know that chats about them, or is it all of them?
They love lizards, mate. I'm telling you.
Calling people lizards.
The royal family being lizards. There's quite a few videos. There's that guy that sings that chant and he's in the taxi going out. And he's like, going to the club. What is it? It's so funny.
Oh, yeah.
Spinning my feet. Looking like a lizard. It's brilliant. Google it. But, yeah.
So he's in your top tier?
So lizards are in my top tier. Like, influential, high people being lizards.
What? Like
government, royal family, and they just own the world, essentially.
Lizards.
I think it's class. Such a good theory. Aliens, lizards.
John, I've only got one because I put flat Earth up here. Because I thought, for the same reason as lizards, I think, because I just think it's funny.
Yeah.
I've already said. But my other one, and this is interesting, Titanic was an inside job.
Yeah, good one.
Ooh.
Have you heard about this?
Yeah.
And this is actually, I've got to shout out Emily for this because she suggested this. Now I read up about it and it.
Yeah.
Tell you what.
And
it's basically the bare bones of it is like the 5 richest men in the world were supposed to be on the Titanic. And they were all about to vote on like the way the Federal Reserve like processed money, or there was a massive financial regulation change coming. And 4 of them all were ready to vote on it and in favor of it. And this one guy, who I think might have even been like the richest out of all of them, was going to vote against it. And they were all supposed to travel on the Titanic. 4 of them decided not to go. The one guy who was going to vote no went. Bloody thing sank. When it sank, didn't it? Went glub glub. Bye bye.
There you go. There's also the theory that it wasn't the Titanic that sank. It was the sister ship, the something else, and it's that sank and not that one, because they had different the front like where you normally put, like, you see a mermaid or whatever,
The bow.
That was shaped different. And when you see footage of it underwater, James Cameron or whoever, is it James Cameron that goes down there a lot?
He's a director.
Yeah. He went down there he directed Titanic, right?
He's a big conspiracy, not James Cameron.
I think it's too deep to go down to. He went down proper far, but because he did that for a different film. He did that for, it was called like,
but anyway,
something however many meters down.
The footage of
I think he did hold the record for the deepest bloke.
I think he did, yeah. The deepest bloke ever. No, but the footage of it that you see from the cameras and whatever, the bow looks like the sister ship rather than the Titanic. So there's a big theory on that as well, that it wasn't the Titanic that sank. Interesting.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But there's a massive, I'm on the Wikipedia page for it now, and I would start reading it out, but there's too much to go for it.
But yeah, it's a whole different podcast, isn't it? To actually go dive deep into
like JP Morgan are involved, big lads.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Get to eliminate them. I've just read. Sorry. Some collateral there, isn't there? There were thousands of buggers on there.
We've got.
Have you seen the comparison to? Because we've all worked on ships, right? Have you seen the comparison to like the Titanic?
So small.
Like,
so small, innit? Yeah.
Like the ship that we all worked on, like twice the size of it.
Yeah, if not more.
Crazy.
Okay, so we've got some big hitters here. I don't know how we're going to choose. Area 51, aliens, lizards, Titanic,
simulation theory.
And then that's it, right?
I do like simulation theory. If I'm giving
me
someone
too.
else's credit. I wish I wish we had time to go into Titanic more, but
I just don't think it's I think it's more like a high tier or a mid tier. I like it, but I don't think it's as big as lizards.
The biggest moving object in the world.
But also, if we don't put aliens in here, I feel sorry for all conspiracy theorists.
I will leave.
Yeah.
I will end the call with all the jokes.
You really want aliens, Hobbs?
Well, I want, even if it's mine or Danny's, aliens of some sort needs to be in there. Even if it's Area 51 or aliens, or I'll be really upset.
I agree.
And I'll cry into my takeaway tonight.
I'm happy to give you Area 51 just to keep the peace. So we don't get too
I'd
many
rather go simulation theory and then aliens.
And aliens as a whole.
Yeah, I think they're more deserving. Because lizards, I think, is a good, but it's a funny pick, innit?
But Hobbs went Area 51 specific, which is aliens.
Bob Lazar. Bob Laser.
I did say Bob Lazar. I did say specifically as well. That's my bad. I went too in. I went as if you guys are as geeky as me.
Aliens from Danny and the simulation theory from you.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Yeah.
That way aliens are in, and then
I'm happy with that.
All right, there you go. We've done it. It's
big
done.
Shouts.
We've smashed it. Good episode. That was an interesting one. A bit different from our usual sort of like mundane picks. Conspiracy theories, big talking points, really. All right, so I'm going to put the tension music on now, Hobbs, and we're going to go through the list. Tom, can you add them up for me?
Oh, yeah, classmate. No worries.
Just no worries.
Music on it, and I'll read them out.
Yeah. Add them up.
Yeah, I'll keep scores. I see what you mean.
Yeah. So, toilet tier. We have the flat earth theory, which was me and Hobbs. Yeah?
Yeah.
And then we also have the pet culling, which was Hobbs, right?
No, that was
Tom. Tom,
yeah.
Sorry. Right. Low tier, we've gone for the moon landing, which was both me and Hobbs. And we've also gone for microchips.
Dead level at the moment.
Dead level. Mid tier, JFK being Hobbs. And then Antarctica, which was me.
Fall behind.
High tier, Mandela Effect, Hobbs, playing for Nate. And also Epstein, which was Tom. And lastly, the big one, the top tier, simulation theory, which was Hobbs, and aliens, which was me. Remember, Hobbs is playing for Nate this episode, listeners. So after Tom's added all these scores up, can you reveal who's won Conspiracy Theory Season 4 Episode 14?
Right. So that we do. Sorry, I was shaking my head because I thought we didn't have a winner, and we know how I feel because last time we had a draw, Danny and Nate both gave themselves a point, which I think was insane. So in last place is me, but it was I'm not. I've got a few in, so I was happy. So
yeah,
we've got is it a 4-3? What formation are we playing here? 3-4-5. So on 3 is myself.
Okay.
And on 4, a very, very credible 4 is Mr. Daniel Harnett.
Ah,
making his debut and winning, taking home a point for Nate. I feel like he's won on his home turf, which, should be expected.
Makes sense.
Big round of applause for Hobbsy.
Yeah,
Thank you
well
very
done,
much.
mate.
Thank you.
How you feeling?
Proud of my hobby.
Proud of my hobby.
I love it. Good win, mate. That's a good win. Right. Before we do anything else, I think we should move on to the joke of the week.
Yeah, come on.
Good joke of the week time. Bash. Right. Someone asked me if I was one of those conspiracy theorists. I replied, "Why? Who are you working for?" Crap, that innit? So bad.
He was worth hard to find with a chat.
Yeah.
Pre-pod. Shall I go?
Yeah.
Right. My conspiracy theorist friend told me gravity was a government conspiracy. He told me it was invented by Newton just to keep the people down.
Wow.
That's the best one. That's the best one.
So far out of R2, yeah.
I mean,
go on, headliner.
I asked ChatGPT to write ChatGPT to write mine because
it's always awful.
It's so bad. Why did the flat earther bring a ladder to the edge of the world?
Why?
Because they wanted to take a step in the right direction.
I don't mind that. That's okay for ChatGPT.
What's it saying though?
Well, to take a step in the right direction, mate.
The edge of the world.
It's saying that there is an edge, so it's taking a step towards the edge because
with
there is
the
one.
ladder.
Yeah.
What's he got the ladder for?
That's a fair point.
He can do that without the ladder though, can't he?
You know what? I'm gonna write that in the feedback. I'm gonna have a conversane with it later and say, listen here, you don't need the ladder.
Listen, I went on a podcast and I just got ridiculed.
Save yourself the trouble. Leave it at home.
Oh, brilliant. Hobbs, any final words? How have you found it?
Absolute pleasure, boys. I loved it. Talking about my favourite subject, so had a great time. Thanks for having me on.
So go and find him on kick.com//ProBear. He's on all the socials as well at ProBear. And that's been amazing. Oh, lastly, listeners, send us more emails because they've been so funny to listen to and to look at. And like I say, share the pod. But from me, Danny.
Oh, one more thing.
Yeah,
you start the music.
Yeah,
was
go on.
German podcast we butchered the name of last week. It's called Best of the Rest.
Yeah. That's
in German. That's what it translates to. We were absolutely murdering the name of it, trying to say it. I still can't say it in German.
That's what it.
I was trying to work it out from listening.
Yeah,
I was trying to work out how to say it.
Yeah.
But there you go. There we have it. From me, Danny. Goodbye.
From me, Tom. Goodbye.
From me, Hobbs. Goodbye.
Bye.